Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the receiving line survival. The receiving line is basically when you're at the reception hall, it's a little traditional thing that the whole wedding party lines up at the front door. So as the guests arrive, the guests come in and they introduce themselves to everybody in the wedding party. It's a kind of an informal introduction thing, and you just stand in a line and people go past you. And so it can be a little bit tedious for everybody, people coming to the the reception and the wedding party. So here's some things. Once you arrive to the hall, look around, ensure everything's okay for the wedding party, and you're going to be there for fairly a long time. So check the bride and groom to see if they need anything to drink or whatnot. Make sure you go to the bathroom before the guests start to arrive. You know, the ladies might want to fresh up the makeup and fix their hair and whatnot. And you know, the guys too, they're going to need to do some of that stuff. Make sure you spray your breath. Don't use gum or have mints in your mouth. Try some sort of breath spray. Bring it yourself and maybe you can share it with some other people in the wedding party. Spray a dab of or a bit of fragrance so you smell good. Make sure that you don't put on too much cologne and it's overwhelming. When you introduce people, a lot of people are going to come in, maybe hugging, maybe kissing. You don't want to be overpowering with cologne. That's just nasty. Make sure you just speak to everybody, say hello, whatnot. If you have ever gone through a receiving line, you can appreciate how boring and uncomfortable it can be for the wedding party and the guests. So it's a formality, you have to do it. When a guest approaches, it's a good idea to put out your hand, say your name, and tell the guest your relationship to the bride and groom. You know, it's that easy. When someone comes up, you don't wait for them. You step up, put out your hand, and say, "Hi, I'm Eric. I'm the best man, and glad you can make it tonight." Hopefully you were given some sort of instruction that you can tell everybody. And remember, when you're saying this to the people that are coming down the line, after a while you're going to get bored of hearing yourself say the same thing over and over again. "Hi, I'm Eric. I'm the best man. Nice to meet you. I'm Eric. I'm the best man. Nice to meet you." If there's a lot of people, the weddings could get boring. But remember, as bored as you are of hearing it, there are all new people coming down the line. So don't change your format for introducing yourself just because you're getting bored with it. Still new people are coming in. You don't want to change it up and then wait after you've 100 people walk by and say, "Hey, how you doing? How's it going?" Don't change it up. Stick with the program. Be friendly, like really be friendly. Don't be shy. It's not a time to be shy. You don't need to have an entire conversation with people, but you do want to smile and lean a bit forward to hear and be heard by the guests. It's a good idea to give a piece of relevant information to the guests. Make certain that the last persons in the receiving line steer the guests towards the tables to sit down. So if you're at the end of the receiving line, the very last person, make sure you say to people, go find your table, or you can instruct them as to if there's a table map, or they can find any seat that they want or whatnot. Have the last person in line tell these people. So as the guest goes to the end of the line, they meet the last person, and that last person tells them to move on. And so there's no stumbling there. It's like, okay, well, what do I do now? Where do I go? Have the people directed. Keep them moving along. And decide beforehand what time you're going to close the reception line, how long you're actually going to be there for, so that you know that you're not staying there too long. I mean, everybody's getting bored and it gets uncomfortable, and then you just got stragglers coming in. It's okay to close the receiving line down before everybody gets to the reception. Some people are coming late on purpose just so they don't have to go to the receiving line. So that's basically your receiving line survival.